Hey y'all, I'm Bobby Worthy here, National President for the Justice League United, sitting here with Doc, the great Doc, one and only. Sitting here by his man cave.
Yeah.
His man cave is the backyard, the domain. This is his way of getting. We just here talking. I just left church.
What church you went to?
I went to the Greater Missionary Baptist Church, and that was it. That's Greater Missionary Baptist Church by Reverend Neal. Reverend Neal did a good sermon. We had a great time. This is one of the times I really enjoyed church. A lot of churches I don't agree with what they do, so I got to visit Doc Church next. I done been to everybody else's church. No, I got to come and see his church. I told him I was going to come in my 1922 Olympic gymnast outfit.
That'll be all right with me. Just come, boss man.
Turn a couple flips.
Yeah, that'll be all right.
Doc, what you got to say?
Well, not too much. Just that, I'm proud to know you. And,
Me too,
and proud of everything that you've been out here doing and the way you've been leading the fight for justice and for civil rights and fighting for black folks out here in general. I'm proud of that. And want to commend you and continue the fight that you're fighting. We are fighting on this end, fighting for the same thing with justice and equality of the laws. And hopefully that we can get some breakthrough and we can get some things to change. Bobby, I'm going to tell you something. Until we can get it to change economically, it's going to be a difficult battle. But things got to change economically. We don't have no black institutions. We don't have no black banks. We don't have no black stability as far as the main street of any city. Because where you go to Jacksonville, Florida, you go to Orlando, Florida, you go to Miami, you go to New York City, you go to Motown, go to the Be Easy out there, out west. And all down through these communities, you'll find the same problem that's existing, that we don't have anything.
Yes.
And until we get some ownership, then we'll begin to make some progression. Now, one of the problems that I find that we have that's blatant is Uncle Tom and Aunt Janeism.
The bootlickers, we call them.
What you call them?
We call them the bootlickers. Chicken George, Stevens, and Stephanie's. Y'all seen Django, didn't you? Y'all seen how Stephen act toward Massa. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, so that's the problem that we have. Right here in Lowndes County, we have the Metropolitan Planning Commission, which is a all-white commission, and that's the superstructure of the uttermost power that do the planning for the next 40 years. Then from there, it's a way of organized bodies that's down below. And that'll be the Board of County Commissioners, the City Council, the industrial authorities, and these. And then they'd have 2 members from the county to be on the board of the Metropolitan Commission. They have 2 members from the city to be on the board of the Metropolitan Planning Commission. And they'll have a couple members from the industrial authority that's representing the industrial side. And then all of these are exclusively white. And you don't have no ethnicity, however you pronounce the word, on there, okay? And then when they appoint their blacks in positions, they appoint them to be over the lowest jurisdiction, but they are under their control, and they be the puppet masters that manipulate them to the degree that they have them to go. In other words, a person come out, get them a nice place like I have out here, okay? Now, then he in a position, and he's paying a mortgage payment, which I don't pay one, I don't have that. But if he's paying a mortgage payment, then he can't afford to lose what he got. And they know this, and then they'll pay him good and put him in a good position. You know, the the same old thing that they used to do years ago, where they would have the field worker. Okay, their turn was they would have the field nigga, then they would have the house nigga. Okay, let's just talk plainly about it, so everybody can understand. And say, "Oh, can you use the N word, nigga, 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 nigga?" You understand? So my point is this: is that they would use that same method today that they used then. The one that worked in the house, they treated him just like he was a white man and was part of them, so that he could feel that. And then the one in the field that was getting their hands all cut up from cotton bolls and everything, working from sun up to sundown, he would feel that. And every now and then they'll pull the one out of the house, put him in the field so he can know what it's like to be out there, and they bring him back. So therefore they use that same ethnic method right now to govern, and it's working. And when you find 400 and some odd years of oppression, it leads us into something that what we got today. And things got to change economically, man.
They do.
They got to change economically.
We got to change, as Doc said. I'm on, right on a lot of stuff he said is true. We own nothing. If we own nothing, we don't own nothing, then we are nothing.
That's right.
The power is economic development. As Dr. Umar Johnson, a good friend of mine, said that we don't want you to we want our children well educated. That's the key. Education is the key to the future. But we don't only want them to be educated and become in corporate America, but we want to become educated and become corporate America. Because there's no way if I work for AT&T at the top level, I'm not the top dog. Just because I got an education degree, they will get rid of you. You do not run the company. So therefore, get educated and become corporate America so you can hire and fire them. Yeah, them. When I mean by them, white folks. I'm just being plain and honest. We care. White people, I'm saying this to you. We are human beings. We are here to stay. Black folks ain't going nowhere. I don't want to back up the Doc. You gave me the honor of being here. You appreciate the thing that's going. I appreciate you having me. I appreciate the history. I humble you. I honor you because I pray and hope to get where you at today. And this is a problem. A lot of our youth don't respect our elders. And one thing my family always taught me is respect your elders. Respect your elders. I want to say something about a friend of George that I recently met, and I called her an elderly lady. She took that the wrong way.
Okay.
In the Nation of Islam is similar, but in the New Black Panther Party, we consider our elders, as whether it be an elder man or elder woman, we consider them historians. We consider them, that's a show of respect, not disrespect.
That's right.
When we say elder. And I just wanted, because that had came up, friend George had said that, she took that the wrong way, as I was calling her an elderly lady. But it was out of respect for her years and knowledge of what I'm trying to get. Because no matter how long I've been here, on these years, and you here, I can never catch you.
I understand.
I can always follow behind you, and I can even meet you in the grave, but I can't catch you.
I understand.
So that's what we got to develop, a strategy for your own businesses, developing your own business and your own authority. And I don't say it like this. I ain't gonna say all white people wrong. I'm just gonna say ain't too many of them right. And I said that, and the reason why is I said that because the ones that I met, even in my family, does have some issues that we don't. We are the original people. I want y'all to know that. We are the original kings and queens of this earth. Black folks are the original people. Do not tell you, to let anyone tell you anything else. And if you don't believe me, do your history. I recommend everybody to see Hidden Colors 1, 2, 3, and they just came out with 4. If you want to learn the true nature, your true being as a black man, woman, or child, you need to see Hidden Colors 1, 2, 3, and 4. The historians, Tariq Nasheed, did a wonderful thing on these videos, and I just want to give honor to them to even to bring that knowledge to us, and even being with you here, Doc. I mean, not many times do I get to relax. I've been in Valdosta a little over 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks now, and I haven't really relaxed since I've been on the run, doing this with the KJ case and all this. And since I've been here, I've told George, man, I got to go see Doc. Man, I got to go see Doc. And now I'm relaxed right here. I can do this all day long as Doc got that fence and that big 14.5-foot gator back there don't come out.
Bob, let me ask you a question. Who was you surprised to see in that Hidden Colors 4 in association with Valdosta?
I was surprised to see Eric Shepherd. Eric Shepherd was the controversy around the American flag when he's stepping on the flag. Now, I want to say this out of respect for George as a veteran. I'm a veteran. Doc, I do believe, maybe? No veteran? Okay. Well, I was mistaken. But I respect the concept of the flag. But it is what it is. The flag is a flag. It is a piece of cloth. It is not Jesus himself or God. Understand that. But when you can take and tell your children to pledge allegiance to a flag before you pledge allegiance to our Lord and Savior, then there is an issue. And I'm here to tell y'all, like I told you before, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't burn the flag because I served in the armed services, in the military. But I ain't gonna condone nobody for doing it because it's a piece of cloth. If they bought it, it's theirs. They can do what they want. And then tell y'all to let y'all know there is no law against burning or discretion of a flag. It's up to you. I don't think you should do it. I ain't got it. That's on y'all. But it is not a crime anymore. It used to be years ago, but the Supreme Court has ruled that it's your flag. You purchase it. You can do what you want with it. But I was very honored to see Mr. Shepherd on Hidden Colors 4. It was my first time watching it last night.
He's in there many times, at least 8 to 14 times.
Yes.
So somebody respect that individual, whether the people here in Valdosta respect him or not. But somebody definitely at the national level respect that young man.
Yes, sir, because he was in there. When I saw it, I was like, George, ain't that? George said, you know that? I said, that's Eric Shepherd. Honored. Man, Eric Shepherd, appreciate it, man. I may not agree with everything everybody do, but one thing we can agree to, Doc, is always agree to disagree, but get along.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And even in the race thing, if blacks and white, and I say this many times, if a husband and wife get to fight.
You know what, now? Let me tell you about me, man. I pledge no allegiance to the flag of the United States of America that contributes such a great dishonor and disgrace upon the American black man. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay? And that's one nation that they claim under God, liberty, and supposed to be justice for all. Where is the justice for all? Here we don't have anything. We don't have nothing. We got federal mandates. That's to say they can give us things. You take last night now, get off on the issue here. Last night was a big night here for the Wildcats. Okay? But I grant you, some of their parents, boys that played ball, this has been going on for 40 years here in this city. And there's an old man my age. His name is Gene Harris. He played here. He didn't make it. My nephew Tron, he played and was a superstar here. He didn't make it. So many is playing the game for entertainment. They're not taking it. So when it comes to those kind of issues, where is the justice? That's the main point. I give honor to the soldier that died. Do you understand? For me to sit down and say, I pledge allegiance for some injustice, it's difficult for me to do, and I'm knowing that I've been discriminated against for all of these years. And, you know, Bobby, I fought a civil litigation that lasted 12 long years down in South Florida. And We lost everything that we owned. I had got to a point to where they were getting ready to convert this. I filed it by myself. And then it converted to a class action 3 years later. And when it got ready to convert to the class, they wanted to settle with me by myself to keep it from becoming a class action, where I would represent 800 and some more people. Okay? So I refused to settle the case. And when I refused, they took everything that I had. They took all my welding machines. They took all of my trucks, all of my equipment, and they rode it round and round and round in the neighborhood for all to see that they had gotten me, because I refused. But my attorney called me to Palm Beach and told me that John, I got something I want to tell you. He says, and I want to tell you this before I tell you what I really want to just lay out to you, is that everybody is pending on you. They offered to settle the case. And if you settle it yourself, it won't allow nobody else a chance, because we filed it based upon your charge. Okay? I told them, I says, who am I to stand in the way of justice for so many other people? Tell them I declined. When I said that, they took everything that I had, everything that I owned. And my family suffered. They blackballed me from Dade County to Okeechobee County, which was 6 counties that I got blackballed in. If I got a job and I worked to noon, they fired me at noon because they said I lied on my application. I wouldn't put down I was suing nobody. I knew they wouldn't hire me. I was certified by the Department of Transportation as a certified welder by DOT. And they would hire me and fire me on the spot, man. And then it got down to the point I couldn't even put groceries in my house. My 3 sons went to work for McDonald's and Burger King, and they carried me for 3 years while I fought that fight. I was wishing for myself a Masonic lodge. And my brothers that should have tried to help me, they turned their back and they said that I had a chip on my shoulder for white folks. Okay? And they didn't help me the way that I needed to help. See? And you know, and I say this, to say this. The struggle is real. The realities are felt. It cut deep, man. I felt as if somebody had took their hand and rammed in my chest and grabbed me by my heart and squeezed it and twisted it and pulled it out. That's how it made me feel, to be belittled as a human being, as a man. That's what it do to you. Anytime they take and suppress you to that degree, and if you got any pride in you, and you are determined to get your children educated to become somebody more than where you was in your status in life, it hurts you when you are taken down, and that all that's taken away from you and it's taken away from them. I didn't work one day for me. I worked every day for them. So what you did to me, you did to them, and God knows I didn't permit nobody to do nothing to them. None. The only thing I feared was God above. I fought the Klan, had them moved out of my community. A boy was dragged, and they built asphalt. They built Eugene asphalt fiber out of the concrete, not too far from my house, and they hung him on the gate of the fence that I worked with. So I got all kind of messages, man. So, but I'm still here. I got diagnosed with terminal cancer. Right now to this day, I'm still here, and I don't allow nothing to interfere with what I believe in, and I'm gonna stand to the day that I die for what I believe in, dog. You know, so you leading a good fight, and Brother Ryan is leading a good fight. Floyd Rose is leading a good fight, and there's many others that's leading a good fight. The guy with the KJ case is leading a good fight. But that's what it's going to take to make it. Our young people, minds are being destroyed, carried out one way to another. And we got to face fact. You got to fight fire with fire. Prayer and all that, Ryan, is very good, it's unique. And I tell the world out there, you can disagree or you can agree. It don't even matter whether you agree or disagree. It don't matter the doctrine of one way or the other. But I'm going to tell you just how I honestly feel. You could pray and pray and pray and pray, and if you don't put no effort into your prayers or your work and don't get up off your behind and do something and try to do something for yourself, nothing is going to get done for you.
Free will.
You understand? Nothing is going to get done for you. You got to put some effort in it. the only way you're going to come up is get up. And the only way to get up is come up. And you got to do that. You cannot keep walking around saying, I'm going to turn my cheek. How do we accept that? How do we interpret that? You slap me on this cheek, I turn the other cheek. How do we interpret that? No, keep your hand to yourself. Or you won't get slapped back. It's just that simple. And it's not the concept of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. The fact is a fact for a fact. You do unto others as you have them do unto you. You kick my dog, I kick your cat. Simple as that. Then we'll go off and pray over it later. And see can we make some amens then. Now if I got some followers, fine. If I don't have no followers, fine. What difference do it make? All I'm trying to tell you ain't got nothing. And you ain't gonna have nothing until you unify and get on one accord and fight for what you're supposed to fight for. I ain't got nothing in the game, dog. I got diagnosed with terminal cancer. Why should I sit here and give a great good hoobie-hoo? You understand? I should be somewhere fishing, ain't thinking about nothing like this on my mind. But that's not my word. That's my least word. I commend you for what you're doing, man. You keep doing what you're doing. George, you keep doing what you're doing.
And you heard it, Dr. John Robinson, historian. We need to listen to people like y'all. See, notice when he talk, I shut up. When he leave, we talking again. But like I said, it's good to relax. I don't get it much. I'm always busy, just enjoying here sitting, just relaxing. But I am gonna come back with them rods. And notice, Doc, I said rods.
Go ahead, Bobo.
And I'm gonna get them fish out of them.
You welcome.
Well, like I said, we can laugh, we can play, but it's serious out here, y'all. I want to give honor to the Johnson family. For without them, their push, their drive, Kenneth and Jackie Johnson, my heart goes out to you, and my spirit, my power, and everything that I got is with you. Because for without y'all, your son would have been just another black young man that's dead. They would have swept it under the rug and forgotten about him. But through the family's push, through the family's unchanging heart, that they know and we know that this young man was murdered. When we can send our children to a high school to get the education that they deserve by law that they must have, and that child not to come home from school, you thinking the unthinkable that happened to the Johnson family. They found out their child was dead at a school. A school that he was a Viking. He was a member of their football team and basketball team, I think, as well.
And track team.
And the track team. And for the Lowndes County school system to disrespect one of their own, for them to disrespect their own, one of their own, and the parents of their own, is just unthinkable. The conspiracy. And I'm gonna leave it this because we short on time, but I'm gonna tell you this. Y'all keep pushing, you keep fighting, because we're gonna be there with you through it all, through whatever we have to do by any means necessary. This man was murdered. The FBI investigated the case, was one of their own. That is a conflict of interest. The FBI should have never investigated this case because it involved one of their own. And we all know who had took part in this young man's death. And I'm telling you, like Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, God is not happy. God is not pleased. And vengeance is coming. I tell you, you are not going to get away with the death and the murder of innocent people for the color of their skin. Justice is coming at your door, and I hope I'm there to see it so I can have peace in my heart. Black power, peace unto you. Assalamu alaikum.
Power to you.